It's a Cinco de Mayo special and you're not coming out of the closet? You got something to say? No. You talk about trannies and shit. You got something to say?
Yeah.
You're going to stay in the closet?
I'm in the closet today, yeah. For Cinco de Mayo, I'm in the closet. And, no, what I was telling you before, that's a real thing. Drug-induced gayness.
I've never fucking taken anything and been like, I'm gay now.
No,
ever.
Not like that.
What are you talking about?
If you, like, say you get hurt and you take, like, a Norco, and it's kicking in, but you want to beat your meat, I mean, you don't mind. Like, you'll watch, you'll watch some T-porn.
No, the fuck I will not.
No, everybody does.
No, the fuck I will not. Maybe you will do that. I won't. No.
Everybody has.
No, that's fucking gay.
Even if it's gay, you've still watched it.
No.
And also, my theory, too, is that when you watch porn, guess what?
What?
You don't click on a video where the dude's dick is tiny, right?
Yeah.
So my point proven. It's still gay regardless of what you do. I don't think it's gay. I just think it's, like, normal. Well, not normal, but it's like, if that's what you're into. I'm not into, like, gay and trans and everything in between. Well, I am. Not gay, but trans. Yeah, I'll watch it. I will. It's hot. Think about it.
So that's just drug-induced gayness?
Well, yeah, when you take drugs, though.
Oh, so only when you take drugs you do that?
Well, yeah, because you don't really care. You just kind of feel like whatever, like it's okay.
That may be you, but I do not feel like that.
I mean, people do it all the time, though.
Okay, well, that's people, and I'm me.
Tranny porn's pretty big.
Okay, well.
It's pretty popular.
Oh, I got a whole category of it.
No, but you can find anything you want. I also found a new website. It's really good.
Are you gonna get a sponsorship right now?
This podcast is brought to you by our new sponsor. We actually have 2 sponsors now. We do. I'm serious. One of them is ujizz.com. Visit ujizz.com today and get your jerk off. See, they did a little double entendre there. And then the other one that we got is OG Vape and Glass. I'm serious, dude. OG Vape and Glass, where you can get all your needs.
Been the OG spot.
Yeah. OG Vape and Glass. It's illegal now to have nicotine in California that's flavored. Yeah. Or vapes at all. So, I mean, I'm not blowing up the spot, but, I mean, if you need anything, OG Vape and Glass on Navajo. They're our sponsor. We didn't say they sold us anything. I'm just saying that, maybe you go in there for a water or...
Oh, yeah, they have CBD water in there?
Yeah. CBD needs. That's where I got all my CBD suppositories.
Your CBD...
Remember those?
Yeah.
You remember those.
Your CBD suppositories, your Kratom, your everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I want to try to get us a Kratom sponsor.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'm serious, though. I think they could. Like, for real. I genuinely...
Hey, Crave or Blue Magic, get at us.
No, not Crave. Fuck Crave. Crave is ass. I'll go on record right now. Crave sucks, dude. Crave is poop.
Well, then Blue Magic, do your thing. I'll shoot you an email after this.
Yeah, Blue Magic. Also tea. Like, we should just become an herbal podcast. We should just have, like, herbal supplements sponsor us.
Well, if we're doing all that, then we need video. We need like so it'll be an hour and 20-minute, an hour and 30-minute podcast. It'll be at 30 minutes of tea time. 30 minutes of tea time.
Tranny time?
No. Where you get sponsored by whatever tea, and for 30 minutes you make the tea, you sit down, like, you get it piping fucking hot and burn your mouth. No. You get it, you sit down, you drink it, and then you give a review of it, and then you just go and do the podcast. But you gotta have the video on for that.
Yeah, we'll do video. If we get a sponsor, we'll do video. Video is hard.
It's just more
we don't
so.
Have a good camera though.
I mean, the webcam that I have is decent. Like, I mean, that's the one that I would use when I would do streaming and shit. It's just more so like the lighting, because if you start.
Well, I don't have a studio.
Well, I clearly know that. You're in your fucking closet looking at me right now recording this.
This is my studio.
No, like, I feel like if we had maybe earlier in the day, because if you start recording it, say, an hour ago to now, the lighting in the room is going to change since you don't have, like, a set lighting. Yeah. So that's why the recording is kind of hard. We have a good video and everything for that sense, but it would just be more so...
Well, last time we tried to set up the video, it was super laggy.
No, it was because the program that I was using, I had a bunch of stuff open. I was just trying to get like the actual video to like look good because we were having problems with like shadows and like you would look
people. Yeah, that's
all the shadow people.
That's when I took ecstasy and we started having. We had issues with shadow people. We took too much diphenhydramine.
Yeah, I took fucking 36 Benadryl and the shadow people just started chasing me.
The train. Remember the train and the rabbits?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Dude, I seen that. That blew up on TikTok.
What?
I don't know when. I don't have social media, like I've said, but I see it. I hear it through the grapevine. Is that fucking kids were doing that? They were taking like a bunch of Benadryl to get a trip? We were doing that shit in 2016, though.
Yeah, and somebody before then was probably doing it in fucking the 90s. So
I mean, I'm sure, but robo tripping. Remember the Robitussin? I've never done, but the regular Benadryl. That time was like super crazy. I took so much, and I seen a train in my room, and that was crazy because it was like an old steam train, like an old school, like when you think of a train, like an old style 1800s train.
It was like, woo-hoo.
Yeah, like a steam train. And then there was a bunch of rabbits that were running in my room. It was trippy as fuck because it felt real, though. I pretty much described it as just being like 36 hours sleep deprived. Like, that's what it's like.
No, I remember I ate something, I don't know what the fuck it was, and I broke out in hives like everywhere, and I didn't know it was hives at first, and I was taking Benadryl, like I had a fat pack or like a bottle of them, and I think my parents, somebody told me, oh, take 2 every 4 hours. And it said take 2 every 6 to 8 hours. And I was taking 2 every 4 hours like I should. And I was like, this is not fucking cutting it. So I took 2 every 2 hours. I don't know. I ended up taking like, I'd probably say at least like 12 within the day. And by nighttime, I was just super fucking tired. And I was on like a Skype call or something with somebody. And I like was falling in and out of sleep. And then I felt like I was asleep and I heard them talk and I was like, what? And they're like, I didn't say anything. I thought they were fucking with me at first. And then I was like, whatever. So I hang up the call and I'm like laying there. And then like, as I started to like doze off, like I heard somebody talking. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like being sleep deprived almost. I don't know. Like it's cool. It's kind of like silly. It's like, oh, whatever. We just took a bunch of
something that I've never, like I've seen people talk about it, but I never understood is like, what is it? But people fucking take nutmeg to get high. Like it's supposed to, like, I don't know if you smoke it, you eat it, like what you do.
Yeah.
But I know that it could be like fucking super deadly, like if you don't do it right or whatever. But like, what do you even like get for that or from that?
Salvia.
Well, salvia is salvia, and this is fucking nutmeg. You can go buy nutmeg at the store.
Salvia is like a spice. You can buy salvia at a store. I mean, it doesn't say salvia. It doesn't say like, "Hey, smoke this and you'll fucking tweak," but it says like, it's salvia. I can't remember what it is. It's some herb. Yeah, you have to look it up because I don't remember.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck like nutmeg is supposed to do. Like what the fucking feeling you get from it is.
There's a bunch of shit that'll get you high though. Who the fuck do we know that said they were huffing gas recently? Dude, I swear to God, somebody like a Levi or somebody was saying that they've
like
been huffing
Levi?
Gas. Somebody said, I've been huffing gas. Like dead serious. Like there was no pause.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about or who you're talking to, but I don't know who you're talking about.
I know somebody within this past year that has told me they've huffed gasoline.
Oh.
What does it do?
So the chemical compound in nutmeg is intoxicating. It also is in some essential oils and plants, including parsley and dill. What a person consumes, I don't know I'm not going to sound fucking stupid even trying to pronounce this. The body metabolizes it into methoxyamphetamine, so pretty much MDMA. So is it supposed to give you an MDMA-like high from...
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Huh. Well, that's kind of like...
Yeah, it just says like fucking nutmeg poisoning, hallucinations, drowsiness, dizziness, dry mouth, confusion, and seizure in 2 cases.
Oh, then you know what? That must be like... There's only 2 cases of that happening, though?
I mean, that's what it says. I don't know when this was... Well, yeah, this was also before I get fucking fact-checked by somebody in like 10 years from now or even in like fucking 2 months. This was in October 23rd, 2020.
Oh, okay. People sitting at home during COVID lockdown smoking nutmeg.
Yeah, or something. So
that's cool.
I don't know. I just didn't know that that's like what you got from it. Because I looked up what it can do, and I scrolled down, and it says pies and other baked goods, sausages, sauces, vegetables, meats. And I was like...
Because it's a spice.
No, I know that. But I was like scrolling, and I thought like it was saying those were side effects. It was like, oh, you have a side effect of sausages.
Oh, yeah. Hey, is my phone's over there?
Yeah.
Can you throw it to me? Because... Oh, fuck! Because I got... No, I seriously put something on here, dude. It's serious. This is serious. This is what I was telling you the other day. Is you were telling me they have hot girl summer? You already know what it is. Is that now we need something for men. And so I'm thinking smooth sack summer.
Oh, you just have an extremely smooth, silky sack?
Hell yeah, go put that bitch out in the sun once you shave it with the razor. Put it out in the sun. Let it glisten. Let it get a nice film. Not like a cheesy film, but like let it get like a nice film of shine on it from the sun. Like a tan, a ball tan.
This sounds like ball cancer, not a ball tan.
No, dude, you know what my brother's been saying?
What?
My brother has been telling me that, and see, he's not even into like...
We gotta get him on here.
I want him on here, but there's like not herbal... He's not like an herbal guy, you know? Like, Andrew... My brother has titties, so, you know, he's not like all about fucking 432 hertz and your chakras and everything. But, so here's the thing. He was telling me that he's seen some stuff online of people like going outside and spreading their buttholes and getting like sunbeaming their buttholes.
Oh yeah, people, I've seen that before. That's been around for a while, but I guess the reason why that's supposedly supposed to help is like you absorb like sun rays that are like healthy and like...
I want to do it. It's just I don't want to expose my brown hole to the fucking neighborhood.
Why is your hole brown?
Well, because it's shaved. It's shaved. It's fucking tender and soft to the touch.
Oh, it's shaved, tender, and soft to the touch. Why don't you bleach it?
That's what my family has said, dude. So far, I've had a couple people in my family. When you and I were at dinner the other day for my brother's birthday, I don't know if you heard what my mom said and what Andrew said and everything.
No.
That I'm gay without the sex. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I just had a foot mask the other day, and Marlena was like, "You're so fucking gay for having that. Like, why? Like, I don't want cheesy ass feet. I wear a foot mask. That's why my feet were peeling earlier, like a snake, because it was the foot mask. Dude, I don't want sour shit. Like,
what's funny is that
I want to feel good.
No, what I find that's so funny is that when was it? I think it's like yesterday. I don't know. It was whenever you had called me and you were like talking to me on the phone when I was with Alexis. She was like, like I hung up and then you tried to call me back again, and she was like, he's so gay, but like not gay, like without, like you said, like without the sex and everything.
Yeah.
Because you called me right fucking back.
Yeah. I mean, it's true though, because like, well, I don't think it's gay. Like at the same time, like, dude, you gotta take care of yourself. Like,
well, yeah, no,
no.
The thing that this is one thing I will fucking say right now. The thing I have never, ever understood, and anybody listening to this shit, if you, I mean, man, woman, whatever the fuck you identify as, if you don't spread your motherfucking ass cheeks in the shower and scrub with soap, water, loofah, whatever the fuck you got, bruh, you are dirty. There's too many dudes that I've heard literally be like, that's fucking gay. It's gay to clean your shitty ass.
Yeah, no, that's true. But you know what, though? I feel like at the same time, you'd be surprised. Because there's been a handful of girls I've been with, and they have been nasty. Like, nasty. Not like people I've dated. Like, yeah, there's been like one or two that I've dated that were pretty gross. But there's girls that I've, like, you know, that I've hooked up with, and they were nasty. Like, they were gross. Like, it was like, why does your ass smell like that? Or, like, why, like, what do you have, like, toilet paper fucking fungus in your ass for?
Not the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like, why, though? Like, I don't want to eat your ass and have little toilet paper balls. But that's what I mean,
the
dude.
little
It's like
snacks.
Yeah, I don't want that. And a lot of girls have had that. And also, I've been around a couple girls that have had some BO. Like, I get it. Like, everybody gets body odor at some point. No, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm against it. Have you ever... Jasper and I both... We've been around each other. We've been cheesy. Everything. We've been in that hotel when we went to fucking Huntington and everything. Have you ever sat there
I've never
been like, God damn, I smell your balls and your ass? Like, no, dude. No, the only thing is when I have dairy, that's it. Just watch out.
Oh, you just stink like shit when you have dairy?
Because I'm farting all day, yeah.
Yeah, I don't...
That's it.
I've never understood how you can, like I said, guy, girl, whatever, like, hygiene is hygiene, like, I get everybody has a different level of it, like how you said you do fucking a foot mask, whatever, like, some other people would do that, other people wouldn't, everybody's different, but, like, there should still be that, like, level of, like, of hygiene that's held to a standard for everybody, like, regardless of what it is.
Well, it's not just, like, I don't think, like, because I've seen some people post videos online where it's, like, a girl, and she'll be like, oh, I don't shave because, like, it's part of the patriarchy, I don't know, some shit, and it's just, like, that has nothing to do with men or, like, cultural beauty standards or nothing. That has to do with you being a cheesy ass motherfucker. Dude, imagine if your girlfriend came over and you guys were going to hang out and she just has big bushy armpits, hairier legs than you.
Brother, you gotta, nah. Now you're changing shit. You're like, I'm dirty, I'm nasty. Why don't you be twirling the fucking hairs with your tongue?
Because nobody...
Explore the jungle.
Nobody that I know... Oh, I've explored the jungle, just not with hair. I got jungle fever, dude. I'm the jungle fever master. Oh, no, that sounds wrong. That sounds bad.
That sounds very bad.
I'm the jungle fever...
connoisseur.
Yeah, connoisseur. But no, the hair is sick. That's sick hair.
It is sick.
It is. It's fucking sick. It is, though. It's nasty. I think it's gross because...
Okay, no, like...
Do you have a hairy asshole?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't do that. Dude, shaving, I started using Nair on my body now. Sensitive skin Nair, because I have sensitive skin. I know. It's like, and I'm soft. That's what Marlena was saying. My girlfriend was saying that I have soft, gentle skin, like a lady. Mm-hmm. And she said that I'm gay. I'm hairless, and like I have soft everything. And honestly, she said I have like a whole face routine every night. Like,
yeah, because you do.
But that's who the fuck. Like, why wouldn't you though? What I'm saying is like that whole thing about the women posting the shit on saying like, oh, I'm not gonna shave because it's like a cultural beauty standard. Like, it's not that it's a. I understand like way back in the day, like Victorian times and shit. Yeah, they couldn't shave. Like, I'm sure they had nasty ass bushes and stuff. But like as time progresses, you don't keep doing the same thing. Like back then, I'm almost positive people wiped their assholes with like leaves and sticks and like clean the shit out of their ass with that kind of stuff. Just because times have changed doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, no, that's the new accepted beauty standard of it. I'm gonna continue to use leaves and oyster shells to wipe my asshole. Like, no, dude, you don't still shit in a river. If you live in India, maybe, but you don't still shit in a river, dude. You know?
Yeah.
The Chinese got it figured out.
I don't know. I just think that that's like my favorite thing that I think I've seen is like there'll be videos of girls that are like that or whatever, and people are like, okay, like I'm not gonna like cause any fucking uproar and say you're right or wrong or whatever. Just like, okay, and they'll ask them like the simplest question ever. Like, I know you've probably seen where they ask them like the simplest question ever, like why do you do that then? Like, why do you choose to have hair in your body? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. Like, why? They'll be like, well, you just, and like go on this whole rant and still not answer the fucking question. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't get why, like you said, why that has to be, like, oh, I'm being different from what the standards are and things are different. It's like...
Just, where do we live? We live in North America.
I just feel like that should just be a regular thing of hygiene. Like, if you want to be, like, cleanly shaven, whatever, like, just like how you can literally put two people side by side that are the same exact person, literally twin people, and have one person that's all scruffy and one person that's fucking clean cut. They're both pretty much the same fucking person. It's what they decide to do, and both their hygiene routines are different. Like, it doesn't...
Well, I think, too, like, I don't really like facial hair. And like my brother told me, is that he always bugs me to grow a beard. Like, I'm not into it. And I won't ever grow a beard. I don't like that stuff. But he was telling everybody at the table the other day at the dinner that, he only grows it out, that I only grow out my facial hair to like a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, that's it. Because I don't want facial hair. And like, it's not really cool. Like, I get some dudes like it, but it can really make or break how you look. Like, facial hair is pretty disgusting sometimes.
I don't know. I've also seen, like... Have you ever seen those, like, pictures of somebody, like, before and after? Like, you've only ever seen them with a beard and they shave, and you're like, whoa, why does your chin look like that?
Well, yeah, sometimes some people have facial hair, and it's like, you got to... you gotta kind of chill out on that. Like,
no, the one thing I've even told you, and you have even said, I don't grow much fucking facial hair, but the one thing I think I will never shave, or if anything I would trim at most, would be like my mustache. Because if I shave that, I look like I'm fucking like 9 years old.
No, I think you should shave your facial hair.
Well, no, like no.
Yeah, the beard.
No.
Or not the beard, the fucking chin.
The chin.
Yeah, your chin straps, your mutton chops.
Oh, I got mutton chops.
Your Fu Manchu mustache.
my homegrown neck beard.
Yeah, all neck hair. Jasper has, for some people who haven't seen us in a while, because we don't have video and all that, Jasper has full neck. There's no hair on his lips or cheeks, it's just full neck hair.
Yeah, I'm a neck beard. I wear a fedora.
Yeah, still.
Oh, still? I just always have worn a fucking fedora. If anybody remembers me when I went to Apple, I used to wear a fedora with a neck beard.
Jasper did. He wore big...
I wore those size like 19 shoes. Oh, here. You have to find that picture right now that I'm talking about. You gotta find that and send that to me. I'm gonna put a little fucking picture of it. I was wearing my size 19 shoes with my hat on, blessing up. That's what I looked like.
I have that photo somewhere, but dude, we don't have... Okay, something we don't have. I don't have social media. Your ass is on a different drip.
On that different drip, on that different grind.
Yeah, Jasper's on a different grind. He's on a different grind set. Ooh, that's some shit. You know what pisses me off?
Grind face.
Shout out Grindface, dude.
Yeah,
if
shout out Grindface.
If you've been seeing this channel, that channel, he's been blown up. Dude, Grindface TV, the dude lives in Victorville. And he posts videos all around the high desert and like down the hill and like the craziest shit.
Dude, I just saw one the other day, and it was down in San Bernardino. Some guy was running from the cops. It looked like there was like a couple cops, and one had a shotgun, and then he went to go run down the side of like some little slant, and then I just heard boom, and he fucking just like lifeless body just rolled down the side of this fucking hill.
Grindface is a good channel.
Yeah.
I always see shit that they post, and like it's like crazy tweaker shit. But yeah, shout out Grindface. But no, what I was originally gonna say is what's really pissing me off, is that, god damn it.
You were talking about something on the grind.
No, this fucking shit, dude. You know what it is.
What?
You know what it is.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
When your girlfriend gets out of check, dude. That's what I was telling you the other day.
What?
When your girl gets out of check, dude, you really gotta do that shit. You gotta show her. You gotta show her who the fuck is man. We live in a world, dude, where like men are soft. You have to show her who's man. You go up to your girlfriend. She's giving you attitude. And you're like, hey, what the fuck is your problem? And she's like, well, I just think that you're always doing whatever she's gonna say, and that's when you gotta put her into check. Like, don't hit her. Like, you don't want to hit your girlfriend, but hey, sometimes you gotta grab that arm, grab it from the side, like near the elbow and the bicep. Like, grab her arm real hard, and then you gotta clench your teeth and get up near her ear. And be like, I thought I fucking told you to stop doing that shit.
No, dude, like that's kind of like a hard approach. I feel like you should like you said, of course, don't put your hands on them. Like, just fucking pick him up and throw him against the fucking wall. What the fuck are you talking about grind?
Well, I'm just... Hey, listen, I'm just trying to say, bro. Sometimes your girl get out of line. You gotta do a little something.
Oh, when your girl get out of line. You need to do that grind.
Yeah, you gotta show her who's the alpha male.
Oh.
We can't have no beta.
Speaking of alpha male, who's the alpha male of your friend group?
Yeah, who's the fucking alpha? Who's the main attraction? No, that's what I'm gonna do. This shit really pisses me off. Is I keep seeing the alpha male takeover on YouTube and like all the shorts.
Oh, like
of, the alpha and sigma grind set, and it's like I know some people do it, or some channels get set up as like a ironic thing, but like no, like dude, it's ruining a lot of shit.
Oh no, I've seen a lot of it.
I'm all for being a man, and I get it. Like there is good messages to it, you know. But it's like a lot of it.
It's just like stupid. There's a lot of things that are like that. Like it has a good message, but when it's heavily pressed, like how they're doing it is like you do you. What you're saying, there is things I agree with, but not everything you're doing. Just like if you put 10 things, if I said 10 things that I believe in, those 10 things you may only believe in 2 of them, 1 of them, none of them. Like. Or some of them, like, it doesn't make you have to have the same mindset and the same everything as another fucking person. That's what I don't like about them is, like, they want, like, a copy-paste same person as them and the same mindset as them. Like, I mean, everybody's different.
Every ideology has, like, a following where, like, the vast majority of people are like, yeah, okay, like, I can get on board. But the alpha male and sigma grind shit it's kind of, like, a heavy cringe because I think it gives kids... and like younger kids and teens and like young adults, like I get it because like there is a lot of like the biggest thing for some reason is I've seen a lot of like popular female streamers talk about how it's like cool for dudes to wear makeup and shit. Like, nah, dude, you can't. I don't think you should be doing all that. But the sad thing is like. A lot of it, I feel, is giving false hope to kids because they're like, yeah, like if I fucking grind and I'm like, oh,
I'm like the best that I can, yeah.
Women. Like, no, if you're your best, you can be.
Yeah.
I personally think you never really fail. But like, if you are like, oh, you have to be this way with women, like a certain set way, and like you have to be the man of every. It's like, nah, because. My theory has always been, and it's always worked for me, and people could say like, oh, well, you're not with your ex-girlfriend. Like, okay, well, that's for a different reason, not for pay. Okay, not what I'm about to say. Is my theory has always been like 50-50. Like maybe back in the 1950s and 60s, like the man was a breadwinner and the woman stayed home. I feel like today, not anymore.
I feel like there is times where like people, you know, they don't have to do that. It could be fucking literally a stay-at-home wife. The fucking husband does anything and everything. But I feel like literally to make it and live today with an average standard, not a normal, because there's no real normal, an average standard of how much people make, how much incomes are, how much the cost of living is. Like you do need to do 50-50. Like it literally takes 2 people to make a living comfortably.
I mean, it is sad because it's like, you don't want to be having to rely on somebody, but at the same time, like, I think you do kind of need to have a 50-50. Like, I'm still all for, like, going out on a date and, like, the man pays for it.
Oh, well, that's different. I mean, like, more in the sense of, like...
Well, I'm saying, like, because these alpha male and, like, sigma male edits and, like, little posts are always about, like, oh, like, the man needs to be... Like, it's, like, kind of returning to, like, an old school type of way. Which, like, hey, whatever. Whatever. But certain things about it, like, it's just not feasible, dude. Because, like, what if... Like, you have to look at it... I'm more, like, of a realist... From a realist standpoint and, like, a common sense perspective is, like, what if you're with a girl and you're like, hey, you can stay home. Like, you be a homemaker. You take care of the house and I'll fucking be grinding. That's great. What happens when you snap your ankle? Then what? You're fucked. Yeah. Where's your money come from? It's like that kind of shit. And it's like 50-50 too is like, it's equal opportunity for both of you guys.
I do see what you mean by that, but then it's also like, honestly, if you're fucking grinding, doing whatever you're working, say like a blue collar job, like you're making fat money, you get a couple $1,000s every 2 weeks, like you're living good, comfortably, you have nothing to worry about. I'm sure you'd have money put away and stuff to fall back on if that did happen. So I wouldn't look at it in like that sense, like, oh, my ankle broke, now we're fucked, like we can't do anything. But I do see what you mean though, that like
the long term.
The
short term you can live off savings, but what happens if it's like there's those times where everything just falls apart? You broke your ankle, your car broke down, your girl's car, she got hit,
your fucking house plumbing needs to be
So then you're really fucked, and it's like, damn, dude, like, I don't know about that. The only time communism works,
I don't know. I feel like
50-50
me personally, the only time I feel like if you're like 100% like no, stay at home is for like proper reasonings, like a medical reasonings or fucking you're gonna have a kid, like anything like that. I would understand, but other than that, it's like if you're able to and you want to, then do it.
That's what I told my ex before too. Is we always did like 50-50 pretty well, and it was different because obviously, like, me and my current girlfriend, we don't live together, so I can't, like, there's not really that same dynamic of like bills and shit like that.
Yeah.
But my ex, when we were living together, we did like 50-50. We always just figured 50-50 was like the best, and like we tried other ways, but we just came to the conclusion 50-50 is what worked best for us. And paying for the bills was pretty easy because it was like, hey, I do half, you do half, it equals, then we're kind of at like a similar level in terms of like the freedom of our money. But one of the things is when I was going to school, it was 6 weeks or 7 weeks, and I went to school, but before I did, I saved up a little bit of money, and then I came to her and I told her, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be going to school. It's going to be like 6 or 7 weeks. We'll just plan for 8 weeks, just in case. Because you have to remember, too, once I graduate that school, I'm not going to, like, get a job ASAP. Yeah. It took me a cool minute to get a job after. A really cool minute. So, after I went to school, I wasn't working. I can't work because it was, like, full-time school, 7 to 3, and then you have, like, 4 to 5 hours of homework every night. It was really ass. But she worked. I had grinded and saved. And then I tried to prepay my own bills, like my phone bill and stuff, or like save gas money away. And then after a while, it was kind of easy for us because like the first week, obviously it's easy. It's just like you don't really notice it. But then it's like when payday comes around and the bills start to, that's when you really notice it. But once I graduated, the whole time we looked back on it, like it really wasn't that bad. Like we were able to, not struggle, but we were able to like be like, hey, it's all good. We're good.
I don't know. I know that, like at my in my old job when I was working there, like there was some people that I was like, not like, why are you working here for only like 2 hours or whatever, but like it would be like there was a couple people that were like servers that I know that would work for like 4 hours 2 times a week, and I'm like, what do you like? What do you have like another job? Is this just something that you do on your free time? Like what? And I think it was more so like because a lot of them had boyfriends, so I think like their boyfriends would do whatever, and that was kind of like their own little spend money. So I feel like it works differently for everybody. Maybe for them it was like 80-20, like you said 50-50, like whatever works. I feel like it's different for everybody, but I still feel like regardless in a relationship, you put up what you can when you can. Like that's just
just try.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll also talk though. This is the relationship. No, I think though too
on Cinco de Mayo, the Cinco de Mayo relationship podcast.
The Cinco de Mayo special is talking about your Latina girlfriends. So Jasper and I both have switched. Well, Jasper's, I guess, I don't know. He's not the same, or he is the same.
Oh, I'm not the same.
I switched up. This was my first. This is my first Latin ex-girlfriend. She actually doesn't.
Oh, she's your ex now.
No, Latin ex.
Oh, I thought you said no. I thought you said your Latin ex, like she's your ex-girlfriend. I was like, oh, she was just your girlfriend 5 minutes ago. Now she's your ex.
No, this is the first Latina. So, I won't get too in depth on that because she gets pretty hot and bothered.
Yeah, if I talk about it too much, I might get beat. So,
mine. This one is hot and bothered. This is different, dude. Black girls versus Latina girls are a lot different. Black girls don't really fuck around, but it's like different.
Mm-hmm.
But Latina girls, I've never been a fan because of the craziness.
I've never been a fan.
Not really, no. I was telling, who the fuck was I telling? I don't know. I was telling somebody about like cholas.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, in high school, Oh my god!
You don't gotta fucking tell me. I remember your little fucking fixation with them.
You cholos?
Cholos?
No,
Hold on.
No, cholos. I said cholos. Cholos are hot, dude. I don't know about now. Like, I don't know what the style is now, but like they're cool. And you know that they don't fuck around either, right? And I bet you anything, cholos are nasty. They're probably sick, dude. They'll probably piss on your chest. I know they would. They piss on your face. They would. I know they would. They're like, "Ooh, you're dirty, fool," and fucking piss on your mouth or something.
Piss out a fucking their 40-ounce Modelo on you.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing, dude. The drinking. I don't like that shit. So since it's Cinco de Mayo, there's gonna be a lot of drunk. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh no!
No. I don't know. I just think Chola girlfriend would have been pretty interesting. I think that would have been.
Tell your girl switch it up, bruh.
No, she's fucking. She's on a different level. She's on that.
She's on like a different spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all on the autism spectrum. But I told her though, is there's one like it sounds fucked up, I know, but there's one of two ways that your Latina girlfriend can go. Is like right now she looks great. I'm saying you in general, like your girl.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna say. I saw some meme and it was like, "Yo, girl." It said, "Why do Latinas really go from looking like this?" And it was like young Selena, like the singer Selena, and then it said to the bitch that killed her, and it showed the girl that killed her, and she's like all fat. She looks like a slug.
Dude, it really sounds sad, but it is true. Like, and listen, before everybody is like, oh, like we're fucking horrible Ku Klux Klan podcast. No, listen to what I'm saying first. Is that yes, Latina girls do tend to be very pretty. I'm not denying that they're not pretty. There is pretty Latinas, but that's just not my first pick. Obviously, I'm more of on the darker side of everything, and that's cool.
On the dark side.
Yeah, hell yeah. Once you go black, look, they always said it about dudes.
We should have done this yesterday. You're talking about the dark side. It was May 4th yesterday.
I know. But once you go black, you never go back, right? That's what they always say. I don't know. I'll stick with it. But the thing that really sucks is Latina girls, like, you can go one of two ways, is like they're pretty now. They're kind of like a now and later. Because, like, they're pretty now, but later on, they're going to get big and they're going to look gross. And it sounds fucked up, but think about it. Dude, there's a couple girls that we went to high school with. Mm-hmm. And when I very last had social media, they're pretty plump. And they're Latinas. They're Mexican girls or like whatever. And they're not looking the best. And it was like girls in school where everybody was always like, oh my god, she's so fucking hot. I mean, I don't know if you see now, but she went from looking like a model, you know, to kind of looking like Winnie the Pooh, like the same build.
She went from looking like the girl that you would have talked to in high school to looking like the lunch lady.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
And so that's what sucks, because it's like, it sucks. But the thing, too, is that before people take it out of context
they've already taken it out of context. Every episode of this podcast, I'm waiting for people to take little snippets of it with that voice. Oh, that's where we can talk about the little voice AI thing. I'm waiting for somebody to take our podcast and put it in the little voice AI and just have us say the dumbest fucking shit. 'Cause I know it'll happen. They're going to take shit out of context. They're going to be, they're racist. You just said we're not Ku Klux Klan. They're going to make it say that we are. It's going to happen.
Yeah, no, this is the alt-right. Alt-right white supremacist neo-Nazi podcast.
I have no association with this.
No, this is Jasper.
Oh, I have no association with this.
Jasper, he actually acid washed his skin.
I'll put a picture of myself up. Yeah, no blackface. I'm still black.
No, he pulled a Michael Jackson. He's pale. His skin. He looks like a mole rat now, dude. No, but that's the thing, is like the white girls too. Is white girls are just gross. I never thought white girls were super hot, because think about it. White girls. Have you ever seen a white girl in her 30s or 40s where you're like, damn, she's cute? No. And if you did, they've had work done. They've had work done. Or they're mixed with something. Like their grandpa was half black. So that's where it gets fucked. Because the black girls don't age. They don't. Trust me. Hey, listen, dude. Trust me. I remember all that. Remember, there was that 50-year-old black girl. This older woman. She was a grandma. She's like 51, and she would be like, "Oh, you're cute, but like I have grandkids that are your age." And I was like, "That don't mean nothing."
No, when you're done, I got something.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing though. What does that mean? Just because you're older? Shit. And the black don't crack, dude. And listen, I mean, they always say like, you know, typically people of a specific orientation or skin tone tend to look for mates that are of their own race. Like that's fine. Like, you know, typically you see like a white person with a white person, Asian with an Asian, but like I don't know about you, but I mean, if you're trying to come over here, trying to make one of those little Cadbury cream eggs, dude. White.
No, you were talking about how white girls age, and it fucking reminded me. Like, when was this? Like, well over like a year and a half ago. I fucking remember I told you about this. I left from here to go to the store, and it was when.
Oh yeah.
Or no. Yeah, it was probably about a year then because I just barely had Dash for like a little bit over a year. So it was when I very first got him.
Yeah, I remember.
And I go to the gas station. I fucking brought him everywhere with me. He's a tiny ass little kitten. And I go to the store, and I forgot what I was buying. And there was some girl in there. She's like, "Oh my god, what's in there?" I was like, "Oh, it's like a cat." She's like, "Oh, can I hold him?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, I'm kind of in a rush, you know, here, whatever." And I grab what I was gonna get. And she just keeps holding him, and I find out later on that she's like drunk or something, so she just like is not even fucking here paying attention to what's going on. And I'm like, alright, like I gotta go, and she's still just trying to talk, and I'm like, I have to go, like I'm just trying to leave, I came here to get this and to leave, and she's still holding on to him. Bro fucking shit on her. She gave him to me, I took him, got into the car, and I left. And I'd say probably not even like, or no, before that, she was like, she asked me about like my car or something. She had like had a fucking like charger, and then like asked what my number was, and I was like, dude, you're like, you could be my mom, but that's okay. I gave it to her, whatever. I left, and then I was at my house, and I get a text, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What the fuck? Who is this?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" And then she says who it is, and she's like, "I'm gonna come pick you up right now." Comes and fucking gets me, and goes out and about, and it was just like a whole fucking weird side mission. But it just reminded me that you said that, because she was in like, had to have been like at least like 45, 46. Like she was like older. Like I could tell she had like a little bit of bags on her eyes, but it was just a random fucking interaction to happen.
She was white, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least she looked, I mean, she could have been mixed, but like.
That's the thing. She probably was.
Oh, I don't know, maybe
but
then.
She probably, see, so that's what I mean. She was like, what, in her 30s?
Yeah, at least, yeah. Like, so, dude, I was sitting there, and I saw her phone go off, and it just said, like alarm for kids, and that's when like everything set in, and I was like, you're like not just like a mom, but like you're like somebody's mother, like your kid. Oh, and she said to drive her car from to the gas station, and I drove there, and she was like, "You drive like my son," and that's when I was like, dude, your son is old enough to drive, and you want, like, I just thought, like, she was just fucking, like, a random person, like, we were talking about cars, whatever, I was like, "Oh, you're cool," and then I don't know, it was just a whole weird fucking situation,
probably,
dude.
like, mid-30s.
Yeah, probably, like, mid-30s, like, close to 40, but it was just really fucking weird.
Have her, if she's full white, that's a rare unicorn, but have her get to, like, 40, man, that's it, that's all gonna start going downhill. 1,000%. Now, if she's mixed, then okay. But mixed with what? If she's Latina, it's just not gonna look. It's not gonna be the move.
I don't know, but then another thing, I do agree with you on that. But then other times I've seen like a Latina girl get with a black dude or be with somebody that is like black, and they don't age. Like, I've literally seen, like, a dude that's in, like, his 60s with, like, a Mexican girl or an Asian girl, like, any other origin, but they were with somebody that was black, and they don't look any older.
Because it rubs off, dude.
Dude, it must or something.
It does.
It literally, do you be rubbing the melatonin and the fucking, or the melatonin, the melanin and the fucking, the cocoa butter off of my skin? Is that how you stay so young and rejuvenated?
No, it's all. Oh boy,
It's all
the. It's all the black pussy juice. Dude.
Oh.
That's what it is. It is. It's like the sacred juice.
Oh, do you collect it in a little bottle, a travel size bottle?
Yeah, the crystals.
Oh, the crystals. It crystallizes. It goes through a whole process and it dries and crystallizes.
Yeah, it does. When you nut, it gets flaky. Like one of those little pies. You know those pies that come in the red? They're like 50 cents. They're like filled.
Nick, I'm not talking about nut.
No, but it's similar though. It's very similar. It gets like that dry flake. It's like when you get like toothpaste or hair gel and it dries on you.
Like on like the sides of like your scalp, how it'll dry the gel and it looks like shiny, like when fucking girls do their edges.
Yeah, it's like that. It's similar to nut. It gets crystalline and it like dries like that. Well, it's the fucking Cinco de Mayo special. There's nothing really super special we got going on, but what is it? Are we at an hour?
We're at 45 minutes. I was going to tell you.
We're going to do an hour. That's like the basis is like an hour.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, like, I know that with, I think the only one that's went over an hour was, I believe, with Levi, but I had to trim it a little bit because there was, like, random spots where, like, the mic was messed up. And then, with Frankie, I think it was, like, an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Dude, Frankie, again, on the Valley High Toyota shit.
Dude.
My girlfriend put on a YouTube video the other day, and she has, like, the location on for YouTube.
Yeah.
And I seen a Valley High Toyota ad come up. And who the fuck is it? It's Frankie.
Dude, wasn't it when I was with you? I was sitting there scrolling through Instagram.
No, you shared your screen.
Oh, yeah. I was on FaceTime with him, and I was sharing my screen, scrolling through Instagram to show him something. I scroll down literally one post, and it's an ad for Valley High Toyota, and fucking Frankie's right there.
Yeah, the new face of Valley High Toyota is Frankie.
Yeah, 100%.
Franklin. But, I mean, it is, dude. It really is.
I've seen him at least, like, in the past month, 4 times on YouTube. That was the second time on Instagram, and then if it's not that on Instagram, it's him on his Instagram.
Yeah, he's got pretty good growth on that shit, dude. He's got the face for it. I mean, that's good. Because it's hard, dude. The high desert's rough. The high desert's got some rough-ass people.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It sucks. That's what I was telling you the other day. There's so many people moving up here. We were in the store, and we were just standing in line, and I was getting a drink and a sandwich. And it was like we waited in line for a solid like 20 minutes.
It just is like annoying because from when I first moved up here, like it was like a town. Like now I don't think of Apple Valley as like the town of Apple Valley. I think of it as a city.
It's a small city,
because like I feel like it's just because a lot of people move from like LA, like further areas to here because of cheaper housing, this, that, like multiple reasons. But and another reason why I feel like is like it feels so crammed is like this was set as like a town. Like you go to LA, whatever, that's a city. Like it was made to be a city. But when you start cramming so many people into a town that's making it into a city, like, I mean, you just saw right now the movie theater just shut down. Why? There's so many people here, probably because they're going to the other ones that's more set up for a city, not really for a town.
The Jess Ranch one. Mm-hmm. And that's what's sad, too, that AMC theater over there.
How they closed that? One thing I think that they should do that would actually probably help and bring more revenue. It'd be shitty because it'll bring more traffic, especially because the school's right there. If they're
already building those 2 gas stations over there. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, no, I don't think so. They should build... how they have the Victorville Mall on the other side of the freeway. Oh, yeah. They should put the Mall of Apple Valley right there on that whole land they have and bring more people this way. And I feel like it'll encourage people to build out that way. Like how all of over here by Central is just about empty. Like how they had the recycle thing and now there's not really anything. If they built, say a mall over there and like the gas stations, whatever little shit, I feel like it'll bring more people out that way.
I don't know though, because it kind of sucks because... Well, that goes back to, like, the movie theater shutting down. Like, all movie theaters are struggling. But that's because it's, like, at home. Like, you could just watch... I mean, when a movie comes out now, like, you just stream it.
Yeah.
And, like, why wouldn't you? It's cheaper, right? If you pay, like, $7.99 a month or whatever, let's say.
I feel like it's more, like, whenever I go to the movies, I've never...
Too.
Well, not really just the comfort. Like, I know that, too. Like, you can get up, pause it, do whatever. I like that fact of it. But the reason why I've always went to the movies, or when I do go, it's more because, like...
It's immersive.
Yeah, it's more of like you're sitting down, you're comfortable, like you're enjoying it. There's like I don't mind if there's like other people. If there's a lot of people, it's kind of weird, but like other people are there, like you laugh, you hear other people laugh, so you don't feel so like just isolated and like you're watching a movie like in your bed, in your room, in the living room, wherever. I just like going. Yeah. I like going for the fact of just kind of like the experience, I guess. Like, oh, you're gonna go there, probably gonna get a fucking drink, popcorn, spend fucking $45, whatever. Yeah, and then just sit down and enjoy the movie. Like, you're already going there. It's just like that's like you wanting to get the highest model of a car, and you get that highest model of the car, but then you get the thing added to it removed. It's like you want to experience everything of it if you're gonna do that.
It is like it does suck though, because I remember going to the movies when I was little, and I remember. They used to have like a deal on Tuesdays. I remember my dad would do it. It was like $7 Tuesdays for like 2 people. But what sucks is also too, like, movie theaters struggle because nobody wants to, like, everybody just kind of wants to stream. Like, the streaming services are so big and booming. But also too, it's like, you know you're going to spend a bunch of money at the theater. Like, you just are. Like, you're not going to...
There's never been a time, I think probably the only time that I've went to the movies and like I don't think I got anything, like I strictly went there to just watch the movie and leave, was when we saw the first It. I think it was like the last time, but every other time after that I've at least gotten something.
Well, you have to, like, you need a snack, like, get the popcorn. But see, that's what makes it a movie experience though too, is like, I think it's more, not like the aesthetic, but it's more the experience of it, is like when you go, I don't like Disneyland, but if you go to Disneyland, you see a lot of people have those little Mickey Mouse hats on. Yeah. And it's like, you would buy one because you're at Disneyland. Yeah. It's part of the experience.
Like, if you saw one of those and you were at fucking Walmart, you probably wouldn't buy it.
You would not be wearing that shit around. But when you go somewhere like that, it's part of the experience. Like, you don't have to.
Oh, speaking of that shit, I thought you would have fucking thought this shit was cool. So, my homie Andy, shout out Andy. I know him through Instagram. He used to have he has a Type S now. He had the same car as my car, like literally like my exact twin. He just went to, I think, Disneyland the other day or yesterday with his girlfriend. They have this little fucking R2-D2 popcorn bucket that rolls. Oh, yeah. That shit's cool. Sick.
I don't really like theme parks, but I heard Six Flags has like a zoo thing. Some shit like that. I don't know if they still have it, but that sounds pretty cool. And then another one I heard was like...
I want to go... The only place that I've like wanted to go to is probably like Universal Studios. I've never been I've never been to Universal Studios. I've been to Disneyland once. But that time when I went to both parks at least. So I went to Disneyland and California Adventure. I went to Six Flags once. I've been to Knott's Berry Farm. I don't even know how many times. And like,
what the fuck is Knott's Berry Farm? I don't think I've ever been there.
I'm trying to remember where it is. It's in, I think it's near like Buena Park, like near around there.
Oh, is it closer to Disneyland?
Unless I'm getting it mixed up.
In like Anaheim, I think.
Yeah, it is. I think it's near like Buena Park, or I don't know, somewhere near there. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been there in a while, but the last time I used to go all the time when I was younger. Like, we'd go like once every fucking 2 weekends. Like, it was like a regular thing to just go to because it was really close by my house.
I don't know. Like, theme parks are cool, but I'm deathly afraid of roller coasters. I just don't like it. So then it kind of defeats the purpose, because it's like when you're there, like, what else are you really going to do? I say a place like Universal is really good. I've been there a couple times, and it's fucking fun, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to go there. I feel like the reason why I'd enjoy like Universal Studios over going to like any other places, like when I think of Disneyland, or like when I think of Disneyland, I think of more kids. Like, I know there's those Disney adults and everything. Star Wars shit. Yeah, no, and I've been through that. It's cool as fuck. Like, you'll walk by and they'll literally like talk to you, like the people that are up there. Like, it's cool.
I want to fucking see the Star Wars.
Yeah, so that was cool, but I just feel like when you're a little bit older, like, you're more of going to those things, not for the ride, you're going for the experience. So Universal Studios, you'll have more fun. Same thing, Six Flags, like, they had little, like, not arcade things, but like knock the bottle over, like the little carnival games or whatever. Yeah. They had like all of that stuff set up that you could go and do. And then there was still stuff that you could, like food or whatever. There's still rides you could enjoy, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like Universal Studios would just be cool for like the experience. Like, they have the couple little rides, whatever, but they're not like crazy ones. It's more of like an immersive experience to a movie or...
Yeah, Universal has a cool thing, is like the most popular thing I think is the tram. I mean, they've changed it, but like you get on it, it's like a mini bus with like a bunch of trailers, and you get on it and you get to see like pretty popular. I mean, they, like I said, they always change it.
Oh yeah, it like takes you through, and it's like a car from a movie, or yeah.
And they had one forever. It had been there since like the 80s, because my mom was telling me that she's seen it when she was a little kid. Is you go in this tunnel and it shakes like an earthquake. It is an earthquake. and then this big truck would drop out, like you were in a subway system in like LA or whatever, and this big gas truck fell through the ground and it slid towards you, and like where I'm at right now, it would be as close as like the window. Like it gets pretty close. I mean, it's a movie thing, so obviously, but it's so cool because they would have like explosions and fire, and like you could feel the heat, and then they would have smells in there, so you could smell like leaking gas, and it was like, whoa. Yeah. It's pretty immersive. They change it all the time, though. Like, they had the plane crash from the movie War of the Worlds, where the plane crashed. They had that part in there, and it was super cool because it was like a full-size airplane they cut up with like full-size homes that were destroyed, and you could smell, again, like a jet fuel smell, and like see the engine spinning, and like it was really cool. But they changed a lot of stuff now, so it's like you kind of get to experience something different, I guess, every couple years there through that tram part. But I don't know, it's fun, dude. Like,
the only really real fun immersive ride that I think I've been on that was similar to that was, I think, the Indiana Jones ride, because when you're going, there's like little I think it's either on the actual, like, because it's like a big cart, like I think it's 2 or 3 people rows, and then it's like a big cart that you like sit down, you like lock into, so you're sitting down on it. And I forgot if either on like the actual like thing you're riding on or on the side, there's like little things that blow air for like the air darts.
Yeah.
And then you get to a point, and I think it has like the fucking like the rock that falls and starts tumbling towards you, and you're pretty much getting chased by it. That's like the only immersive ride that I've really like been in, besides those. Like the ones at fucking John's Incredible Pizza or like Chuck E. Cheese, you sit down on, they like blow the air and like shake, and it's like a roller coaster ride along.
Yeah. I like having fun, like shit like that is pretty cool, but like I said, dude, I'm deathly afraid of roller coasters. I just won't do it.
The first roller coaster I remember going on was at Knott's Berry Farm. It's called the Ghost Rider. It's one of, I think, their oldest ones there, one of the oldest ones there. And it's all made out of, like, old wood. Like, if you looked at this shit, you'd be like, that's gonna break. Yeah. And I remember my mom being like, it's not that one, we're going on the one next to it. And it was a smaller one. I think it was like the fucking, not the Pony Express, something small like that, though. That was like a roller coaster, but nothing crazy. And I'm like, okay. I remember waiting on the line. I get up to the roller coaster, and I'm looking around. I just look to my right, and I just see that it is the big ass one. Like, all right, come on. They lock me down. I was just fucking scared shitless, and I just hear like the roller coaster moving, rocking, shaking, and I was so fucking terrified. But like now I like going on roller coasters. Like I think the scariest one I went on was at the time, just because there was a loop on it, was when I went to California Adventure. There was I think like not the Supreme Scream, fucking...
What is California? Is that Disneyland?
Yeah, so California Adventure is, like, when you go to Disneyland, there's 2 parks. There's Disneyland that you, like, get access to, and then if you want to go to California Adventure, I think you have to pay more on the ticket, or you have to have, like, a pass that gives you a pass to both parks. Oh. And you literally, like, go up to, like, a gate, and you get allowed into another park, and it's still Disneyland, but I don't think it's so, like, heavily, like, Disney influence. It's just, like, this ride, that ride, but then how, like, in the Disney park, there's, like, the Little Mermaid's this, like, it's just kind of, like, regular rides over in California Adventure, from what I remember. Like I said, I went when I was maybe, like, 9 or 11 or something. I was really young when I went.
A cool one is Legoland.
Oh, yeah, that's another one I've never been to. I feel like I feel like if I go to Legoland, I need a couple hundred, if not thousands of dollars, because I will be buying Lego sets on Lego sets and buying stupid cups. I will buy everything there.
There's crazy shit there. Like, really good shit. It's pretty cool. I don't care how old you are, dude. Legos and shit like that, it's cool. It gives you, like, a freedom mind thing, you know? Like, it's like, I think it's good. It's creative. I mean, even adults, you can still build fucking Lego. Now, if you're like sitting there and being like, oh, fucking, I'm gonna battle this person, like, alright, well, I don't know. Maybe you want to do that alone, but, like, if you're just building the shit, like, that's cool, whatever. It's just like a hobby.
I mean, it's just like how people build, like, models. Like, there's different models. There's, like, what are they called? They're like Transformers. They're called Gundams. It's like an Asian sort of thing. Like, they literally are like a Transformer, and they put them together. You paint all the models. There's that. There's fucking car models. There's, like you said, it's still like a hobby. There's people that do trains just because it's like a childlike
I don't
thing.
Like, something I like, I still want to do it with my girlfriend, is the model rockets. Because I used to do, like, a rocketry class, and, like, I've made homemade rockets. Like, I know how to make them. It's fun. Like, you build rockets, and then you get to set up the wiring for it, and you launch it, and it's like, dude, that is the most funnest shit in the world. You get to see how fucking high this rocket goes, and you can build them any size.
Yeah.
I built one that was pretty tall. It was probably, like, 3 feet tall, and it went high, and it was cool. It was pretty cool. It's all homemade, though, but... I don't know. I think it's fun. I just don't like theme parks like that. That's just not my cup of tea, but I don't know. Maybe we'll have to fucking go to Universal one day, dude. It's pretty cool. It's fun.
I don't know. I've seen Universal once because I went down. Yeah, I was going down to go into LA to go like just drive around, and then I looked up like if there was any like viewpoints or like any like where to park to take pictures, and it said there was I forgot what it's called. It's because it popped up as like the first one. It's like a famous viewpoint. And I was like, oh, that'll probably be cool. Like, maybe it'll be a couple people. I was just going to park up there, take pictures of my car or whatever. And I get up there, and there was fucking a billion people.
Oh, yeah.
So I just parked, hopped out, and then I, like, kind of walked over there. It was when I still had Dash. I, like, walked over there, and I was, like, looking around. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I sat there for a little bit, and there was just some random guy sitting there playing music, and everybody was just, like, listening to his music, and nobody cared. It was, like, how at school that one person that just played music on their fucking, out their backpack. Yeah. And I was just sitting there, and I was like, alright, cool. And the bag was unzipped a little bit with Dash, and I went to go get up, and he fucking jumped out and darted, and my heart dropped. It's like 9 o'clock at night, up in this high-ass viewpoint on the side of a mountain. Like, if he would have ran straight, he would have went down the side of a mountain and literally fucking died. There's a bunch of fucking people. He's a black cat in the middle of the night. And I just dropped the fucking bag, whipped out my phone, and just started looking around, and I found him. But that was the only time I ever went there, and I, like, just saw, like, Universal Studios, and just looking at it, it looked pretty cool.
I want to go to the observatory.
I went to the observatory, but I never went inside of it. I only went like around like the outside point of it. I never went like to the inside of it because I think when I went, it was like during COVID, and they were like, "Oh, you need your vaccination card." It wasn't even just a face mask; you needed everything. And I was like, "I'll just walk around outside."
It's cool though because it's got like a bunch of science shit in there. It has like a sun. I think it's a sun compass or a sun clock or something.
Something or somewhere that I think you would like to go to. It doesn't
stop moving.
Is go to where is it? The Getty's Villa. It's in fuck. What beach is that? I think you were telling it's near fuck. What beach is that? I'm trying to think about it. I know what Malibu. It's near Malibu. Like, you literally drive by Malibu Beach, and it's like maybe 2 miles up. Yeah, you told me about it. It's like a Renaissance time frame like museum. Like, they have like a whole bunch of like paintings and like sculptures and stuff. I went there in elementary school for my class.
Is that where they fucking dude?
That is where they. Yes. Oh yeah, that is where.
Yeah, I want to go there. That seems like a cool place. I'd like to go there.
I don't know. I think the tickets like because it's kind of like when you go to like observatories or if you go to like a botanical garden, how you can't just walk in there. It's like you kind of make an appointment. Yeah, I think you have to there. But when we went, they rented the whole thing out for just schools, and it was like me and another school there for like the whole day. So I think it's like maybe like $10-$20 to get in, whatever. And then I'm sure now we're older, you just walk around like wherever you want to. But at the time, they had like people that would take us to each thing. I'm sure they still have like tours that you can go on because they like explain what time this was from, and you can or can't take flash photography because there's like little it's like a camera logo on the display, and it'll have flash or no flash, like depending on what you can take pictures of it of. And I don't know, it seems pretty cool. You should go there or to I can't think of the other place. But yeah, another place was cool when I went there in elementary school.
I want to go to the Human Anatomy Museum over there in Vegas. I don't know if it's still in Vegas, but that's the one where they have like the real human bodies that are like cut in half, and you can see like the fibers and
you should nerves and all that. I don't know when they're supposed to open back up, but Alexis was talking to me about that she wanted to go to the Museum of Death. And I know that... and that's a fun one. Yeah, but the one that we went to, like, remember we went with, like, Andrew and everything? Yeah. So that one, I guess they shut it down. And it's, like, it's temporarily closed because I think they're moving all the stuff to a new location. I don't know where it's supposed to be at. If it's still out here, if they're moving it to another state. But whenever the fuck they open it, or if they have opened it already, we should go to that. Because I haven't been there since... We should
check it out, dude. That would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to that. That one's a really cool one. If people want to go to a museum, go to the Museum of Death. That one's a pretty fucking cool one. But, well, I could end this. We're at like an hour, huh?
We're at an hour and 4 minutes.
An hour and 4 minutes. That's as long as we can go. Yeah. I gotta end it in a fantastical way.
And how are you gonna do that?
You already know.
Don't even, bruh. That mic goes.
It doesn't go on your mic. Oh, the mic. This is my.
Okay, well that will forever be your microphone.
Yeah, that's fine.
We ever have a guest on here? They're not using that.
Yeah, that's fine. But everybody who doesn't know is that, well, I'm lactose intolerant. So I had cheese earlier. Jasper and I had these grilled cheeses like we were in 8th grade. So, well, happy Cinco de Mayo, and here.